Smoothie. And baby, if you are not already following us on TikTok and Instagram, I don't know what you doing. Go ahead and follow us on TikTok and Instagram at the Hilt Podcast. That's Heal with a T podcast. And today, friends, we have a beautiful guest in the building. We have Miss Andrea Mathis in the building, honey. One of the most phenomenal nutritionists in the world, to me at least, because I've been following her since 2020 on TikTok. And she just does some phenomenal work. You all had an opportunity to hear a little bit about her on the intro. And so now we're about to jump into this conversation with her. So first of all, how are you doing today? My beautiful soror.
Thank you so much, Soror. Thank you. And thanks for that amazing introduction. So I'm just so excited to be here today. So excited to chat with you. So yeah, I can't wait to get into it.
Absolutely. So let's just jump into this conversation. I know people are eager to hear about this topic in particular. Today, our topic, friends, is diets. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about it. And we're talking about our thoughts on dieting culture and how we are revolutionizing the field of nutrition education, which is really cool. Really, really cool. So what fuels your passion for being a dietitian?
Well, so many things, because like when I initially became a dietitian, like in the beginning, it was because, I'm like a heavier, curvy girl. So I was trying to become a dietitian so that I could help myself. I was like, okay, well, I can get into this profession to like really, help myself stay thin and lose weight and all that stuff. So that's kind of what drove me to the field. But once I got into it, I actually realized that it was so much more than that. Like it's so much more than telling people how to lose weight, how to go on diets. You can help people heal their relationship with food, all sorts of things. And I think as I learned more about it, that became my passion, more so like healing, helping people heal relationships with food, helping people develop, better relationships, if you've had like a history of disordered eating or something like that.
Absolutely.
So like that's kind of my passion where I am right now, just kind of helping people that probably felt like me.
Yeah. And that's so important. And I love that your why is so like deeply rooted to you. Like that's so important for everything that we do, especially our passions and the things that we put out for other people to enjoy as well. So you debunk dieting fads daily. Like
Yes.
that's your thing.
Try.
And you do an excellent job at it. Let me just affirm you. Let me affirm you because you do an excellent job at it. So what is it that we really need to know about dieting and nutrition overall?
Well, first of all, like everything you see on social media, like it's not the truth, like because I think a lot of times people see things on social media, we see these fads, we see these trends, and we're like, okay, this is the truth, this is what I should be doing.
Right.
But it's not the case because a lot of them are trends, a lot of them are not researched or backed by scientific evidence. So, it's like we need to understand that and understand that what works for one person is not going to work for the next person,
Right.
yeah, so it's just like whatever you see on the internet, I'm like, that is not like what it's meant to be.
I get you. Are you ripping your hair out every time you see a flat tummy tea come up on your tongue?
Gosh, yes. I am just like, really, can we not get this removed like from the internet?
Yeah. It's so dangerous. It's so dangerous. And the thing that I wonder the most is like, what is this stuff made up of? And what are we putting in our bodies?
Yes. It's crazy because I'm like, it makes you go to the bathroom. That's pretty much what it does.
Yeah.
And when people are thinking, oh, I'm just losing so much weight. No, you're just a little bit water weight, and that's what it is.
And that's dangerous in and of itself, is it not?
It is, because like especially if you are consuming that like on a daily basis and you are going to the bathroom, you can get dehydrated, and people don't realize how many effects that dehydration can have on you. So I'm like, yeah, that's not a good thing.
Yeah. Okay. So what then is the most concerning thing that you often see in your field as a nutritionist? Is it nutritionist or dietitian? Is it like kind of interchangeable? What should I say?
Yeah, it's both.
Okay.
Like you have like registered dietitian or you have nutritionist. So either one.
Okay.
But yeah, it's so many concerning things. Like, the trends, the diet fads, of course, that's always, on the top of the list. How you see these things, and then you see people so quickly, be so quick to follow them, which is very concerning because, like, people don't seem to have to need that extra research. Like, okay, well, let me check into this. Let me see what doctor is, like, backing this up. It's almost like if they see their favorite celebrity on TikTok or Instagram, it's like, well, this must be something that I need to follow. And I feel like, and it's so concerning because you have like younger, people that are on the internet and on TikTok, on Instagram, and they see this and they're following it. So it's starting at such a young age.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what happened to the days where, kids were just kids and they didn't have to worry about those things?
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
so true. I
Yeah.
remember in college, Beyonce dropped her like, do you remember that? It was something that she was doing for a tour that she was going on.
Oh, yes. It
And
was like,
not,
I
uh-huh.
remember.
You remember that? And not me thinking that I was gonna do that.
Yeah. I think everybody felt that way because I was it like some type of concoction with some cayenne pepper. It was something I do
Yes.
remember. And yeah, because I was kind of looking up the ingredients. I'm not gonna lie, and I was like, let me see what she was doing. Yeah, it's
Right.
very sad.
So it's like, y'all, I want y'all to understand, like, you're not alone. If you have wanted to do these diets, these fads, and you've seen your favorite celebrities, like I've done it too.
Yeah,
And you just get to a moment where it's like, you know what, this isn't working for me, and this is actually not what I want to do
yeah,
for and with my body.
exactly. Yes.
What was that aha moment for you?
I think the aha moment, like as I'm getting older,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I just felt like, do I really want to continue to live my life, by others' opinions? Because, that kind of was my thing. Like I was just so big into, well, what people would think about me, as being a heavier person, as a dietitian. It was just so much of other people's perceptions. And I lived with that for so long. But as I got older, I was like, okay, do I want to continue this? Do I want to, continue to let other people's opinions pretty much dictate my life?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think maybe, I want to say maybe 3 or 4 years ago, that's when it had that big moment that was like, okay, I don't need to be doing this. I want to live my life how I want to live it. I don't care anymore,
Exactly.
So yeah.
Exactly. And that
Mhm.
happens to all of us. Like, what was that like for you? Like when you made that realization, it's like, you know what, I've been allowing too many outside opinions to control how I see myself, first of all, and like the decisions that I make for myself. What was that like for you?
It was crazy because once I actually, had that moment and then I looked back and I was like, I felt like I wasted so much time. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, why did I, worry about, covering up like when I went on to the beach, I would be having a full suit, I would be covered up from head to toe because I was so worried about what someone else would say.
Right.
Why did I do that? Like I spent so much time and I didn't even really enjoy those parts of my life because I was too worried about what someone else was going to say.
Yeah.
So it was almost like, oh, like why? Why did I do this to myself?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And there's impossible beauty standards. Like the beauty standard is you, like who you are is
Yeah,
your own beauty standard, and that's
exactly.
just as simple as it gets. But there's society, we've got social media that just continuously pushes this idea that you have to be perfect.
Yeah.
Everything, your makeup has to be perfect, you better not have a hair out of place, your skin
You
needs to
know,
be perfect.
it's so much pressure.
It's so much pressure, and we feel it as grown women. Like imagine how our babies are feeling, our teenagers are feeling.
I know.
It's
Hmm.
hard, it's very hard to work through, and that's why people like yourself, people like me, we are out here just trying to change the narrative. And I'm just, and I've said it to you several times, I'm just so grateful for what you do. And I am in full support of you and your
Yeah, I
platform.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely. So tell us about the complete book of smoothies.
Okay, well, that book, it has over 100 recipes. I think it's like 115 recipes of
Wow.
um, like like smoothie recipes, but like each chapter, I think it's like several chapters in there, but they are separated like based on kind of what the smoothies can do for you, whether it's, like you want healthier skin, or you want healthier nails, or you want more protein, or
Hmm.
it's like the smoothie has a purpose. Like pretty much each smoothie recipe has a purpose, which is what I wanted to do. I just didn't want to make a book because there's so many smoothie books out there, but I wanted to actually share the ingredients, why I chose the ingredients, and what they can do for your body.
Yeah, very intentional, very
Yeah.
intentional. I love that. It is important to add that intentionality in everything that you do,
Oh yes.
to
Hmm.
be honest. So you created this book and you have all this intention behind each ingredient that you chose. It's like you made it with love, is what I heard you say.
I did.
I
Uh-huh.
love that you made it with love. What is your favorite smoothie from the book? Do you have
Oh,
one?
it's so many, but okay, it's one. It's called like the energizing orange bomb or something like that. But
Okay.
it has like carrots, and it has oranges, it has peaches. So like it's this pretty orange color, but it has all of these like energy boosting ingredients, and it's great for in the morning. Has that boost of vitamin C, vitamin A, just all these ingredients in it, and it also has cashews. It has some nuts in it, and people don't think to really put nuts
Nuts.
inside of a smoothie, but yeah, it adds some extra protein, and it just kind of gives you that little extra pep in the morning.
That extra kick. Okay. I love that.
Yeah.
So, do you also have a cookbook on the market or no?
I don't. That's like my next thing. I really want to make a cookbook, and have that out there for everybody. So hoping that can be in the works sometime soon.
Okay, yes, absolutely. So what made you want to do a book of smoothies?
Oh, well, because I make them so much. Like I make them at
Yeah,
home. My kids love them because a lot of times before I'm taking them to school, like they'll say, "Well, I don't want like breakfast, like a sit down breakfast." Like they'll
right.
want a smoothie. So it was so many recipes, and I started writing them down. And I was trying to put all of them on the blog, but then it was like other stuff happened, so I couldn't really do that. So I said I need to have a book so I can put all these recipes in a book, for everyone to enjoy.
That's smart. That was really smart.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm sure that helps a whole bunch of other moms out there too,
I
that
hope
don't.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So are there any diets that you would absolutely recommend, or are you like anti-diet?
No. Yeah. I don't like diets because like I feel like I've tried them all. I have tried every single diet. So when I say like, yeah, I don't feel like diets work, I truly believe that,
Yeah,
because I feel like once you say you're on a diet, I feel like the mind goes to restriction. It's like
complete restriction.
yeah, like you can't have this, you can't have that. So that's why I don't like diets. Like if
Yeah.
you want to live a healthier lifestyle, like try, add in things to your current regimen, add in
Yeah.
more plant foods, try increasing your activity level, something like that. But
Hmm.
yeah, I feel like once you hear that diet word, it's just everything just shifts.
Yeah, it goes completely left.
Yeah.
You know what? One of the things that I absolutely love that you talk about is not restricting yourself. If you want a brownie, go get
Yes.
a brownie. Do not try to substitute that apple for a brownie. It's not the same
Exactly.
thing.
Yes, and it's so important because people don't realize that if you keep doing that and telling yourself you can't have that brownie or whatever it is that you want, okay, I feel like at some moment you're gonna binge, you're going to go overboard, and you're finally gonna give in, and you're not gonna eat one brownie, you're probably gonna eat a whole pan of
Whole
brownies.
pan.
So why not eat that one at that moment, satisfy the craving, and be done with it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it essentially like things in moderation? Is that what you teach?
Yes, definitely. Like things in moderation, and also listening to your body.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times, I feel like we're not really listening. Like when we're full, because sometimes you can eat some really good food, and because it's so good, you don't want to stop eating it.
Yeah.
But you have to like slow down and really pay attention to your body. Like, is your body satisfied? Are you full right now? Could you stop? And I think that's so important, and I think people could get a little bit better at doing, because it's a struggle. Sometimes I have that struggle, especially during
Me too.
Thanksgiving, when
Oh
we have
yes.
all this good food. It's like I want to eat everything, but I'm actually satisfied. so
Yeah,
that's important too.
absolutely. That pan of mac and cheese need to run.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that pan of mac and cheese needs to run from me. No, but that's I learned that as well over time, like satiated. I want to be satiated. I don't want to be overfull. Like that don't feel good.
Yes, it doesn't.
It doesn't feel good. And then you be sleep for like 3, 4 hours.
Oh, it's like the worst feeling.
Not a good feeling at all. So is it true? And this is something that I've heard a few times in the past year or so. Is it true that we need to eat according to our blood type?
No.
Okay.
Like I heard about that. I didn't do a whole lot of research on that, but
Mhm.
I did hear about that, and I think it was like from some neuropath doctor or something that
Mhm.
invented that concept. But there
Okay.
isn't enough like research to really back that up to say, you need to eat these foods for your blood type. So I don't agree with that because, like I
Okay.
said, everybody is different. Your body needs different things based on what you do every day. So yeah, I don't think that's a good thing.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I always thought it was very interesting that school of thought that you should eat according to your blood type.
Yeah, I that's why when I first heard about it, I was like, okay, but what if, this person is like a super athlete and doing this and needs
Mhm.
this amount of food or calories a day? Like I just feel like everyone is different. I don't think you can do that.
Yeah. No, I don't think so either. It's
Mhm.
very limiting, restricting,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
like we talked about before, and we don't like to be restricted over here.
Mhm.
Okay, so we just have a couple more questions. What is your ultimate power meal or power smoothie or both?
Let's see. Okay, so my power meal, like I would say probably because it's always got to be breakfast for me, because like I'm trying to
Oh,
find something that's gonna give me a boost to get it going in the morning.
yeah.
But I do like the smoothie that I mentioned earlier, so that's a good one. And
Okay.
I really do like avocado toast. I don't know if that's like still a thing. I know it was real popular a couple of years ago, but I still like it because I guess it's so quick and and it gives you a good source of fiber and healthy fat. So, I do like the avocado toast. I may pair it with some eggs.
Yeah.
Um, but that's kind of like that quick go-to meal for me. And I gotta have my coffee. So I have a cup of coffee next to it. But yeah.
Yes. Okay. A couple follow-ups. How do you prepare your eggs?
Okay.
How do you like your coffee?
Hmm.
And is breakfast, how important is breakfast for your day? We get told how that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. How important is it actually?
I think it's very important because that's the first thing that you're going to have when you get up. I just feel like it sets the tone for the rest of your day. It gives you some energy, and I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like you have to have that just to kind of keep things going throughout the day. Because when I don't have breakfast, if I skip it, I'm a little cranky. When it comes to lunchtime, because I'm like,
Get
I
a
didn't
little
have my
irritated.
my patience is really non-existent. So I think it's so important. And when I cook my eggs, I like them scrambled, or
Yeah.
sometimes I may do a little fried egg, if but I do like them scrambled. And oh, what was the other question that you? My coffee.
Yes.
I like it with cream and sugar, but I like strong coffee, so it can't be weak. Like it has to be some good strong coffee. So yeah.
It's gotta have that kick to it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, absolutely. I identify with that. I gotta have my coffee every morning. Every
Yes.
morning. Okay, so how do you, and I ask all of our guests
Okay.
this at the end of our interviews, mostly because the podcast is about celebrating Black women in our whole selves, for our whole selves. So I want to ask you how you celebrate yourself,
Mhm.
and as descriptive as you'd like to.
Well, okay, so I mean, I feel like I'm not a boring person, but I'm just like I'm a mom of two boys, so like I try like my form of celebration may not be as much, like that elaborate to others, but like for me, since I don't get a lot of time, like a lot of me time,
Yeah.
um, when I'm able to go out and go to Target by myself, like without anybody with me,
Baby.
like that's like a moment for me. Or, like if I'm able to go shop and just actually think about myself instead of like going to the kids section or even going to the men's section looking for my husband some stuff. Like it's like all about me at that moment. Like that's kind of like rewarding myself. And
Yeah.
so
Target is a happy place. We love Target.
it is my happy place. I can spend hours in that place. So yeah. And if I can do it alone, oh my gosh, like
Oh,
that's
I'm telling you, like whatever you're going through, Target.
yes.
Target's the answer. You literally walk in the door. First thing you see is the dollar round. So you
Yes,
got to grab 2-3 things from
that
there.
you don't need,
All
but
that.
yeah.
Yes, yes. Like it's so hard. It's hard to leave Target with exactly what you came for. You always leave with just a little bit more.
Yes. Yeah.
But I so appreciate you coming on the Healed podcast today. I do want you to let our listeners know where they can find you on social media, your website, your smoothie book, all of that. Let us know.
Yeah. Well, I'm on pretty much every platform. It's Beautiful Eats and Things, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest, all that stuff. Beautiful Eats and Things. My website, Beautiful Eats and Things. And I also have another website, and it's for kids. It's called Little Eats and Things. So yeah, so it's like a Beautiful Eats and Things website, but it's for kids or teachers. We've got crafts on there, printables, recipes, all that good stuff. And yeah, and it's on all the platforms as Little Eats and Things. So definitely check it out. Oh, and then the book, it's on Amazon, Target, Walmart. Um, so you can find it.
Honey, I'm here to go to Target as soon as we get off of here. What? That's
Yeah.
amazing. Well, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with us today. And friends, like I said, if you are not already following us on TikTok and Instagram, it is the Healed Podcast. That's Heal with the T. And also leave us a comment telling us what you want to hear so we can talk about what you want to hear, baby. As per usual, friends, stay awesome and stay healing.